Hi, I'm here again with an update for the launch of We Share Abundance. But first of all, what we need to do is just a little bit of housekeeping. And if you can see this is the site, and there's a big red hand there for a reason. It says there's no advertising or promotion of any kind will be tolerated here, nor will any negativity. Offenders will be removed from this and any other groups managed by me. And if we go over here, we have quite surprisingly reached 222 members, but a minute ago it was 223 members. We've had to remove one member who ignored the rules. You've got a wonderful opportunity here. This group is here and they're in a privileged position. Not long ago we had 136 members when I first designed that spreadsheet to show how we were going to get to 2 million members within 2 years. So we've increased by almost 100 members in a very, very short space of time, and I will not hesitate to remove anybody that breaks the rules. So don't break them, okay? So that having been said and covered, the bad news is we will not be launching today. What I have done is, because I spoke with the developer and they were getting stressed out. They were very disappointed that they were unable to launch. They couldn't work out why the code wasn't working as it should be working, as we'd tested it on the development site and all this sort of thing. And they were getting really stressed and upset about the fact that they'd let everybody down. And life's too short for people to get stressed. For a few days, it's better to give them the time and we can get things absolutely right. And they're not going to be upset, and we will get the thing rolling. So what I've done is I've set it the launch date for the 1st of March, which is probably a more logical date than sometime any date picked in February that's not the beginning of a week or anything, you know. It means everybody would start exactly the same place, and so, as I say, it's probably a logical place rather than the 18th or the 20th of February. Having said that, I want to get this launched as quickly as possible, and so do the developers. And if we can launch before that, we will. That really is the update for today. I'm prepared to answer any questions if you've got any. Good evening to those people that have said good evening to me, and I'm happy to have you here. And it is an amazing thing that we're building here. This mission will bring prosperity to millions of people. I am convinced that this is something that I've been searching for over 25 years in being able to provide people with a genuine way of making money online where everybody will win. Of course, some people are going to do better than others. Some people will introduce more people than others. Some people won't introduce any people, but even those people will make money. They not just make money, they'll make a profit, because a lot of the figures that you see bandied about in other programs are so many people made money with this, but they aren't actually in a profit situation. They've spent more than they've made, or they're consistently spending more than they've made. we have a situation here where everything really is free. Even the upgrades to pool memberships are not as such an outright purchase. They are what can be referred to as a stake. So if you're paying 100 SOAP tokens a month to be an elite member in all 6 pools, 6 chances of being top member in those pools any particular month, randomly allocated, more people to message, and more benefits on top of that, then that 100 SOAP tokens will be returned to you within 30 days. In fact, within 20 days. All you've got to do is just log in every day and you will get $5 a day. 20 days, that's returned to you. That's your stake back. And then the other 9, 10 or 11 days of the month are profit. So it's like 9 days, it could be 8 I suppose, we're doing 9 days in leap year this year, 8 days, your profit could be anywhere from $40 to 11 days, $55. And that's without referring anybody, without selling anything. It takes a few minutes to log in, read a few messages, send a message if you're entitled to send a message, as you all will be. You'll all be entitled to send at least one message. All you've got to do is log in every day and read your incoming mail, and you'll be entitled to send 3 messages. One in the first window between the 1st and the 8th of the month, another in the second window between the 9th and the 16th, and one in the third window, 17th to the 24th. If you do all that, it will not take you 5 minutes a day. It will be less than 5 minutes a day. And even if we just look at making $50 a month, and if it was to take you 5 minutes a day, which it's not going to, it's probably going to be 1 or 2 minutes, but if it was 5 minutes a day, you're still looking at $20 an hour just for that. And then on top of that, you will have any rewards that are earned from your pool matrix positions. And very soon after the launch, it's strange to be talking about after the launch because we keep pushing this launch back and back and back, but we're getting there. We are getting closer, and we're going to get there, and we're going to do it right. And by doing it right, I mean we're not going to stress people out over missing the target date. We're always going to get the methodology and the programming right at some stage, but it's more important to do it right from the point of view of respecting people, and that's what we're about. So it's a little bit disappointing, I know, that I'm not saying, okay, here we are, we're open and that's it. But that will come, and it will come soon, and it's now, as I say, I've pushed it back to the 1st of March, which gives them 9 days, and I think that's going to be ample time. And as I say, if we can, and I think we probably can, we will launch before the 1st of March. But the 1st of March is our official beta launch day as it stands. So that is the news for today. I don't know whether we have any questions in here. I can't see any questions. But I will be here each day to give you an update. There's not an awful lot to update you on today. I know that they've been working on things. They don't understand. This is the frustrating part for for them, I mean, I don't understand what it's all about anyway, so it doesn't make much difference to me. I struggle to work this smartphone, let alone program things, but they can't understand why the code isn't operating in exactly the same way as it was on the development server, which is on in the same environment. Everything transferred should work the same, and it's not. Things are just not working for whatever reason, and they've not been able to pinpoint the reason at this stage, so they're having to work through everything that isn't working point by point, taking it point by point, step by step, going through the coding and everything as though they were building from day one, until they find the bug, until they find whatever it is that's causing this to not function as it should be functioning, as it was functioning in the development server. So that's where we're at, and it's frustrating for them, it's frustrating for me, and it's frustrating for you. But we have belief, we have faith, we have hope that this is life-changing. You know, most of the programs out there are a little bit like dinosaurs. They're outdated. They've not grown with and unchanged. And there are people that I respect that are doing things in the way that they've been done in the past. They are producing training courses that they're selling at inflated prices to provide high commissions, high ticket sales. They're running seminars that they're selling at inflated prices to produce high commissions, these high ticket sales. And it's wrong, because even though they'll tell you, and they may say, you know, we've got a lot of, you know, they may have Facebook groups and people are posting that they've made this much and they've made that much. Often those postings are not profit. They might have earned $1,000 commission in their sleep overnight, but they've spent $5,000 on buying licenses to sell these things, and another 2,000 on advertising, and yet they're bragging about having made 1,000 in their sleep. And this is great for the people that own the programs, because it promotes the thing. And even if there's 100, 200, 1,000 people posting these successes in a Facebook group, there are 80 or 90 times that number that aren't posting because they've not made anything, let alone the people that are posting that they've made money. They've not got into profit, many of them, but there are people that haven't even made money to chip away at their expenses. It's a broken system, but I'm not blaming the people that are doing it, because they don't know any better. They haven't realised that things have got to change, and we are all about that change. We are about that change. We are not producing something that's overpriced. We're producing something that essentially is free. Okay, you can stake up to $100 in SORP tokens. That's the most you can put into this program. That's the most it can be, and you get that back within 20 days. And it can be rolled over month after month after month after month. There's no 5,000 expenses, 10,000, 15. I mean, I've had to try and help people bail themselves out of having second mortgages that have spent, you may not believe this, but they've spent $60,000 on buying stuff that they didn't really want, because they were convinced by some sharp salesman on the end of a telephone, because a lot of these plans employ professional salespeople to, I hesitate to say con people out of their money, but really that's almost what it is. And one case in particular, $60,000 he'd spent second mortgage on his property to raise the cash, and then another $10,000 on advertising, and he had zero in the returns column. And he comes to me and he says, what can I do? What's going on? It's nothing to do with me, with the program, but I get people like this coming to me for help because I try and sort them out. I try and set them on the right road. I try and get them in a way that they can start getting some cash back. But these programs proliferate, and some have been closed down. There was what were the examples? The Aspire or something like that it was called, closed down, and there was the Mobe or something, the Australian guy ran. I can't remember. Several programs have been closed down recently. And there are other programs around. There's Dave Sharp's got a program running, which is on the same basis, the same principle. I don't think he's got professional salespeople, but he may have on the phone. Vic Stricehouse says, these people are lovely people, don't get me wrong. They don't believe that they're doing anything wrong. It's what they've known, that's what they've been taught, it's what they've learned, it's what's been successful for them. They see some of their people having success, and they take that as being justification for what they're doing, and they feel it's an even playing field, and anybody can do the same as the top earners. And and I know that that's not true. It's like saying that anybody can be a Michael Jordan or a Pele or so some top athlete, sportsman, Cassius Clay or Muhammad Ali, whatever. It's not true. There are people that have different talents, different abilities, different aptitudes, different desires. And they don't all fit into that pattern of being the winner in these high-ticket programs. And most of the people that get involved in online businesses lose money. They never get into profit. Even if they make money, they seldom get into profit. If you look at another program, Brendan Burchard's, ClickFunnels, you don't have to be a ClickFunnels member to be an affiliate of that program. And he's got loads and loads of affiliates, and he's paid out millions of dollars in commissions. But he'll tell you that those millions of dollars in commissions have gone to like less than 2% of the affiliates. Most of the people have made nothing. Now, that's not a high-ticket program or anything. That's, I don't know, I think it's about $70 odd dollars for his funnel building system, which, frankly, most people don't need, even the ones that have got it. But it's there, and it's a product. It is a genuine product. It's not an overpriced seminar or something. But even there, of the millions of dollars he's paid out, that money has gone to less than 2% of the affiliates that are registered. And that isn't the right way forward, is it? I mean, that's what I've been struggling to overcome for 25 years, is to get everybody making money, and we're going to do it. We're going to do it with We Share Abundance. We're going to have everybody making a profit, not just making money, making a profit. And that's regardless of their talent, their background, their colour, their creed, their sex, their orientation, religion, anything you want to put on it, any exceptions you want to put in. The only exception really is legal age, and I suppose there'll be some people that'll get round that anyway. But officially, to be a part of the programme, you've got to be of legal age in whatever country you are, and that'll vary from country to country, I suppose, although it's usually between 18 and 21. So we've got something now that is totally different. It's totally unique. It means that people cannot lose money. I think this movement was probably started by Luke Millard with his hashing ad space. And that's a great concept, and the idea behind it, and I know he's a wonderfully honest and dedicated person, and his ideology is great. But unfortunately, people can lose money with that programme for reasons that I have explained in the past. With our programme, nobody can lose money. Everybody must make a profit as long as they're prepared to spend 5 minutes or less every day. And what they can make is unlimited if they're prepared to share the abundance with other people. Even introducing a free member that goes through the system and gradually builds up to an elite membership, that free member that you bring in will eventually, as an elite member, pay you $10 a month forever. Because that account will go on forever. Even if that member dies, he can pass it on to his son, his daughter, his friend, his wife. He can will it to anybody, and that can continue and continue for generations. And that means that the commission that you earn will go on for generations. And if we look at just one person as being $10 a month, eventually, a lot of people will want to be elite members immediately, especially as we've got a special offer, and I'll tell you about that tomorrow or the day after. But a lot of people will want to be elite members right from the word go. So it'll be $10 a month at some stage. But it's not just $10 a month, because even if we only achieve the national, well, the international, the overall average for referrals, and this takes into account that some people refer thousands of people, some never refer anybody, the average of 2.8 people. Let's round it to 3. Shall we round it to 3? It means that one person you introduced is really worth 4 people. So instead of $10, it's really worth $40 a month to you, to just bring in one free member. Now, it may not be instant, it may not be immediate that you get that $10. It may start off as nothing in month 1, and it may start off as, and it's 20 cents in month 2, and gradually build. But it is genuine residual income, not just for a few months, not just for a lifetime, but it's generational residual income. And it will get to that $40 a month level, and probably more, because I know that once people start making money, even people that have never referred anybody before, even people that say, I don't want to refer anybody, once people start making money with this, and especially if they get a big hit from one of the pools and make a few thousand, or even its potential a few $1 million from one of the pools as a payout, they're not going to keep quiet about where it's coming from. They're going to tell other people about it. And so I believe we're going to get well above that 2.8. We're going to go, I think 10 people per person is very understating. For people to get one person a month on average, I think is really understating where we're going to go with this program. We're just going to grow and grow, and we're going to swamp the internet. And at some stage, even those people that have their own programs like the 4% Club and the Legendary Marketer and all these other things, they're going to start looking at this and saying, you know, I've got 200,000 people in my business. They can join this for free, but I'm going to suggest that they get in at the elite level. That's going to make me $10 a piece, 200,000, that's $2 million a month. I'd better join. Don't you think they're going to see that? Don't you think that they're going to understand that? These people aren't mugs, you know. They're not going to be reached by you doing a solo ad blast. But if you know them, if you're in their downline, reach up, spend time explaining this to them. Because if they're on your first level, you're going to make money, an awful lot of money, from them bringing in their team. And eventually they will all join because it makes sense, because they can't afford not to. Why would anybody pass up that sort of money when they have the ability by just sending out an email or doing a little webinar? Turn the switch like that for millions of dollars a month. Generational recurring income. And that's what's going to happen. You take my word for it, or you can think I'm talking nonsense. And when that happens, when that starts happening, we start really exploding. The SWAP token is going to go sky high. It is going to become the #1 cryptocurrency in the world. You may think that that's nonsense. You may think that's a ridiculous goal. When I first set my goals for this particular target of raising 2 million a month for charities, that was probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and I really didn't know how I was going to do it. And now it's clear to me. It's so clear, it's crystal clear. I've prayed and meditated about this, and I said, you know, if this is your will, make it happen. Guide me in service to you through serving man and this planet. And that's what's happening. And this program is going to change the world, the lives of millions of people around the world for the better, and the planet for the better. And it's worth waiting that extra 9 days for it. And so that's what I've got for you. And I'll be here every day until we launch, just to give you an update on where we are. And I hope to show you the back office. Probably tomorrow will be a bit early for that, but I'll perhaps talk about some of the things that we've got going on, and some of the things that we're going to do and be implementing post-launch as well. So, God bless. That's it. I'm sorry we're not launching today, but when we do launch, we're going to change the world. God bless.